Kepler 62F is a planet unlike any I've explored before, a world where light and shadow are in constant battle, yet neither seems to win. The planet exists in a state of perpetual twilight, with the light of its distant star barely able to pierce the thick, murky atmosphere that blankets the surface. The air is dense, heavy with a fog-like shadow that clings to everything, obscuring the landscape and creating an unsettling sense of isolation. It's as though the planet is wrapped in a veil, hiding its secrets deep within the gloom. As I moved through the twilight landscape, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. The shadows seemed to shift and move, flickering in the corner of my vision. But every time I turned, there was nothing there. My scans came up empty, revealing no signs of life, no movement, nothing that could explain the presence I felt. Yet the eerie sensation of being observed persisted, as if the shadows themselves were alive, watching from just beyond the edge of the light. The ground beneath my feet was strange, soft and spongy, absorbing the sound of my footsteps and adding to the eerie silence that filled the air. It was as if the planet itself was designed to muffle all sound, making every step feel weightless, almost dreamlike. The silence was oppressive, pressing down on me with every move I made, amplifying the already unsettling atmosphere. The fog, thick and ever-present, seemed to twist around me, shifting in ways that made it difficult to tell where the ground ended and the sky began. The landscape was barren, devoid of any signs of life or activity. Every scan I conducted revealed the same thing: emptiness. No life forms, no structures, nothing that would suggest this planet was anything more than an abandoned wasteland. But despite the emptiness, there was an undeniable sense of tension here, as though the planet itself was hiding something buried deep within the shadows. The line between light and darkness was blurred on Kepler 62F, and as I ventured further into the twilight, that line seemed to disappear entirely. The light from the distant star barely reached the surface, casting a dim, weak glow that did little to penetrate the thick fog. It was as though the planet was caught in an eternal dusk, a place where the sun never fully rises or sets. The air, thick with shadow, seemed to swallow everything, creating an environment that felt more like a dream than reality. The shadows clung to the landscape, twisting and shifting with every movement I made, as though they were alive, reacting to my presence. The more I explored, the more the planet's atmosphere felt like it was closing in on me. The darkness wasn't just an absence of light. It was something more, something tangible, something that seemed to pulse with an energy I couldn't understand. The deeper I ventured, the more I felt that Kepler 62F was not simply a planet shrouded in fog, but a place hiding something much more mysterious. Every step felt heavier, every shadow darker, and the eerie silence more profound. It was as though the planet itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to reveal itself. I couldn't help but wonder if there was something lurking within the shadows, something my scans couldn't detect. The fog twisted around me, shifting and changing, always keeping me on edge. The planet felt alive in its own way, not with life as we know it, but with a presence, a force that moved unseen beneath the surface. The more time I spent on Kepler 62F, the more it felt like the shadows were not just a part of the landscape, but something much deeper, an integral part of the planet itself. As I prepared to leave, I felt a sense of unfinished business, as if the planet had more to offer, more to show, but it was choosing to remain hidden for now. The shadows would continue to cling to the surface, hiding whatever secrets Kepler 62F holds deep within its fog. I left without answers, but the unsettling feeling of being watched stayed with me, as if the planet's veil of shadows had followed me even after I departed. Kepler 62F is a place where the line between light and darkness is blurred, a world that feels like it's hiding something beneath its murky surface. The fog, the silence, the eerie sensation of being observed, all of it adds to the planet's unsettling mystery. It's a world where secrets are buried deep, and if they exist, they are hidden well within the shadows.